Nowadays, in India, greenhouse production of vegetables is gaining popularity. Greenhouse cultivation yields bumper harvests of superior quality vegetables round the year. Now, let us see the details of cultivation of capsicum and tomato in greenhouses. Different types of greenhouses built of steel tubes, wooden poles, bamboos, and stone pillars can be used for cultivation of vegetables. Capsicum and tomato hybrids with indeterminate growth habit are grown in greenhouses. To start with, the soil is loosened by digging or plowing. Clods are broken to fine till and then leveled. Beds of 100 cm wide and 15 cm high are prepared, leaving 50 cm walking space between the beds. Well-decomposed organic manure is added to the beds at the rate of 1 basket per square meter and mixed thoroughly. The beds are drenched thoroughly with 4% formaldehyde solution at the rate of 4 liters per square meter. The beds are covered with polythene sheet for fumigation for 3 to 4 days so that the fumes do not escape, and ventilators are closed for effective fumigation. The polythene cover is removed 3 to 4 days after fumigation, and the beds are raked repeatedly for 4 to 5 days, and the ventilators are kept open to exhaust the formaldehyde fumes completely. The mixture of neem cake and trichoderma formulation is added at the rate of 200 grams per square meter and mixed well. A basal dose of nitrogen, phosphorus and potash is applied at the rate of 5 grams each per square meter. That is 50 kgs of nitrogen, 50 kgs of phosphorus and 50 kgs of potash per hectare. An inline drip lateral having an emission point at 30 cm interval is placed in the center of the bed. Each emission point is checked for discharge of 2 liters of water per hour. Holes are made in paired rows on the mulch film as per recommended spacing. For capsicum, the distance between the rows is 45 centimeters and distance between the plants is 30 centimeters. In case of tomato, it is 60 centimeters and 45 centimeters respectively. The beds are covered with plastic mulch sheet by securing the edges to check weed growth and conserve moisture. Seedlings of capsicum and tomato are grown in specially made trays. The seedling trays are sprayed with imidacloprid at the rate of 0.3 ml per liter 1 day before planting. On the day of planting, the trays are drenched with carbendazim at the rate of 1 gram per liter to protect the seedlings from pest and disease infection. Seedlings are planted at the center of the holes so that the seedling does not touch the edges of the mulch sheet. The beds are watered with a rose can immediately after planting, and then every day till the plants get established. The fogger is run if the humidity is low in the greenhouse. If the mortality of the seedlings is noticed, the beds are drenched with copper oxychloride at the rate of 3 grams per liter. Capsicum plants are pruned to 4 stems per plant. Growing tip of the capsicum plant divides into 2 branches at 5th or 6th node. These 2 main branches divide into 2 each, making a total of 4 branches per plant, which are maintained throughout the crop growth. All flowers are removed up to 1 month after planting. And only 1 fruit is maintained at each node. Tomato plants are pruned to 2 stems per plant. The supporting wires are tied from the GI wire grid provided for the purpose at 3-meter height. Nylon wires are tied for capsicum, and plastic tubes are tied for tomato plants. Each stem is trained along the plastic tube tied to the GI wire grid. Lowering of tomato to a working height starts from 75 to 90 days after planting. Drip irrigation is given daily at the rate of 2 to 3 liters of water per square meter of the bed, depending on the weather condition. Water-soluble fertilizers supplying 19% each of nitrogen, phosphorus and potash is given at the rate of 2.25 grams per square meter for capsicum and 3.75 grams per square meter for tomato at each fertigation. Water-soluble fertilizers are given through drip system twice a week, starting from the 3rd week after planting. Starting from 60 days after planting, the plants are sprayed at 30 days interval with secondary and micronutrients. Sanitation and regulated entry into the greenhouse largely prevents pest and disease infection. However, powdery mildew disease may appear in greenhouse-grown capsicum and tomato. To control this disease, hexaconazole is sprayed at the rate of 1 ml per liter of water. Upward curling of leaves due to thrips may appear in capsicum. Spraying acephate at the rate of 1 gram per liter gives effective control of thrips. Spraying abamectin 0.5 ml effectively controls the mites. In tomato also, spraying abamectin at the rate of 0.5 ml per liter controls mites. Leaf curl infection is noticed in tomato, especially when temperature is high and white flies gain entry into the greenhouse. The vector can be controlled by spraying target chemicals like imidacloprid at the rate of 0.3 ml per liter. Harvesting mature green capsicum starts from 60 days after planting, while that of colored ones from 80 to 90 days after planting. Harvesting tomatoes at breaker stage starts from 75 days after planting. Greenhouse capsicum yields 100 to 120 tons per hectare in about 6 to 8 months. Greenhouse tomato yields 150 to 170 tons per hectare in about 6 months. The harvested produce is stored in shade to avoid exposure to direct sunlight. Capsicum fruits are stored at 7 to 8 degrees centigrade for temporary storage and transit to maintain freshness of the fruits. Shrink wrapping prolongs the shelf life of capsicums for about 60 days. Tomatoes can be stored in ventilated crates for 5 to 6 weeks at 12 degrees centigrade. Progressive farmers are taking up greenhouse production of capsicum and tomato because of quantum jump in yield and superior quality. There is an increasing demand for high-quality vegetables in urban markets. Therefore, it is profitable to grow them in greenhouses.